Hey guys. I don't think anyone's watching yet. Sorry for the light overexposure. I even closed the thing to make the light go less and it's still kind of overexposed. I don't know how to fix that, so oops. Hola. But I was talking about this on Twitter that I wanted to do a paranormal update because I haven't done one in a while. I think the last one I did was back in October. And it's just that the house isn't really active anymore like it used to be. But there's been a few little things. One kind of major thing, and I mentioned it in my update about my grandfather. Well, it was a life update, but I had a big thing happen to my grandpa where he had a heart attack, and I mentioned that, something kind of paranormal had happened right before that, and I had been meaning to tell you guys about that, so that's going to be in this update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say my update, and then if you guys have any paranormal questions or for me or just in general, if you want to just talk about the paranormal or ghosts or whatever, let's have a discussion about it. And also, I'm sorry if you guys can hear the air conditioner. It shuts off and then back on, so I can't really do much about it, and I don't want to mess with the settings and get yelled at, so should I wait a couple more minutes? Oh my gosh, this overexposure, my lord. Why is it when I hold my hands like this, it fixes itself? Really, D? Really? Freaking pendejo. But, I don't know. Do we have everybody? Should I wait a couple more minutes? That is so weird. Shine bright like a diamond. The whole live stream is just me. Messing with the light exposure. I'm so white. That's right, it's D, bow down because it's me. You're having a high confidence day, huh? Seriously, this is blue. It looking white. We're looking white. I'm just having problems with light exposure today, my bro. My dudes. Well, should I just get into the update? I mean, I know the stream's only been going for 4 minutes, but when people come after the stream and watch it, it's gonna make this huge gap or whatever, so I'm just nope. Nope. I don't know how much of a delay there is with this. Oh, you like my nails? Thank you. Got some mermaid vibes going. I'm torn between becoming a nail tech or becoming a holistic health practitioner. And then someone asked me, they're like, well, what should be more fulfilling? And I'm just like, I suppose the health practitioner, you know, I'll be helping more people. So then all the girls I work with, they're like, well, do both, do both. And I'm just like, I suppose I could do both eventually someday. Stop it. Cállate. um, I think Trump is Jesus. Trump equals Jesus. Okay. Is that what you think? Cool. Good for you, buddy. Support Trump, bro. He's our president and last savior. That's your opinion? By the way, D, if you didn't know, you are a mod, so. What is a kukui? A kukui is kind of like the Mexican version of boogeyman, but like scarier. You know, I'm growing up, my grandma on my dad's side, she used to say that. She would be like, the boogeyman's coming for you, or the kukui's coming for you. And then she would tell me that she was the kukui, and like, yeah. It's just a thing. But, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of just me, like, reading the comments here. Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of a delay with this, so, sorry. But I think I'm just gonna get into it. It says we got 6 people watching, so, what's up? Hey, how you doing? So the update, I don't remember all of what I talked about in my last paranormal update, because that was last October that I did one, I think. But nothing has really been happening. It's always like really little stuff, you know, like, I handled it for you, boo. Okay, thank you. But so like little things would always happen, you know, like right now I'm home alone, and before I started the stream, I heard somebody walking in the kitchen. Or the kitchen's over here. Walking in the kitchen, you know, but like that's so normal. Like, I hear people walking around down here all the time, especially now that they ripped the carpets out from behind me. There used to be a red carpet right here, but they ripped it out here and in the fireplace room. So now the sound's amplified. So when I'm sitting in the living room over there, I'll hear somebody walking in here at night, and like I'll be the only one downstairs, or I'll be the only one home and I'll hear people walking. So like there's just little stuff like that, but it's so normal. Like that's been going on for years. So like that's, you know, so stuff like that's been happening, but I feel like it's not really worth mentioning because it's just so normal for it to happen. But the ghost wants the sandwich. Make us some barbacoa, woman. I can't cook. I can't make nothing. Well, I guess I can make a good sandwich, but still. And you know, it's funny because like sometimes, I haven't heard it in a long time, but we used to hear somebody like picking up cups, like picking it up and setting it down. Like, here, I got my cup here. Like that. Like we would hear someone just like setting their cup down. We used to hear it in the kitchen all the time. But I haven't heard that in a long time, to be honest. Like I usually hear the footsteps. But, you know, and I noticed that the activity really, oh, this is going to get sad. um, really went down after my dad passed away. And I think that maybe my dad stuck around for a little bit and started whooping some ghostly ass. Because one of the things that used to frustrate him when I was little, when you get rid of Jeremy as your personal chef, hell yeah. But one of the things that used to bother him when I was a kid, because I pretty much grew up in this house, was that the spirits used to mess with me when I was little. And they like come in my room and they'd sit on my bed and like mess with my stuff in my room, and I would start freaking out because when I was younger I didn't quite, I wasn't used to it. I wasn't, it started freaking me out. So I'd start crying and my dad would come in and he'd try to get them to go away, but they're ghosts. He would get frustrated because it's not like you can really beat up a ghost, like so I feel like when he passed away, he kind of took care of some stuff that was in the house, because the activity really went down a lot after he passed away. Like, there was a couple of scary things, but after that, like, that was it. Like, there really wasn't anything else. Have you thought about doing a cleansing, Chica? Yeah, me and my mom have been talking about that, like saging the house and stuff, but we're never able to because there's always people in the house. Like, there's always somebody home, and that can like ruin a cleansing, So mom's been trying to figure out when she can do it when no one's home, And I told her I'd help her, but I think she wants to do it alone. Which is okay, it's a personal thing, because I've done a few cleansings, so like, some people, they just like doing it alone. But with the big of a house this is, I think she needs help. But, so after Dad passed away, I think only one like big thing happened after that, and like that was it. And I actually talked about that, so there's like a story time of it, and like my dad actually made like an appearance during this scary thing that had happened, and then after that, the activity really went down in this house, at least. When I moved in with my ex, the thing that's here followed me, and so I was kind of having problems with that, which you guys saw in some videos. Then I moved back here, and like little things happened, and my parents were like, yeah, you brought it back with you. And I was just like, well, thanks, I'm sorry I'm such a paranormal burden, like, because I do attract things, and I don't know why, I just do. Like, if I stay at someone's house for too long, stuff will start to happen, and it's just because for some reason I amplify energy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's an impact thing, like, you need some advice or spell or ritual, give me a holler. Will do. Oh, hi, Russia. Sorry I didn't see that you came in. But, so, just updating on what's going on now, not much, except for a couple of things here. When my grandfather had his heart attack in April, 2 months, almost exactly 2 months before his heart attack, I had this weird experience. I was up in my room and I was editing a video on my phone, and I was uploading it to YouTube. So I was laying on my bed, laying on my side or whatever, and I had my phone sitting in front of me uploading the video, and I decided to just close my eyes for a second because that day I was having like a lot of anxiety and stuff. I don't remember why, I just remember I was like feeling a little overwhelmed that day, so I wanted to rest my eyes for a moment. I did not fall asleep. That's like the first question people ask me. I'm like, I did not fall asleep. I wasn't dreaming. I was 100% awake. I just rested my eyes. And as soon as I did, all of a sudden, I'm on my side and my door was open. Well, I'm on my side and my back's facing the door. I literally had my eyes closed for like 4 seconds. And all of a sudden I hear my grandfather like right in my ear, and I could feel someone standing like they were like leaning over me, right? Well, I hear my grandfather's voice go, "Oh, what's that?" And like my grandpa's a curious person. I've probably heard him say that so many times. Like, and I jumped. And I turned around, fully expecting to see my grandfather standing there. Like, that's how crystal clear it was. That's how, like, I literally felt someone standing there, you know. And so I jump and I look over, and he's not there. There's nobody upstairs. My mom was the only one home downstairs. And so I just kind of, like, looked around, and I got a little freaked because my grandfather is still alive, you know. So I was like, why am I hearing the grandpa who's alive? You know, for me, it would make sense if it was, oh, he passed away or something, and he was just saying hi, you know. But I was like, grandpa's alive. Is he not alive anymore? Like, I started freaking out, and I, like, called my grandma, and I was like, hey, how's grandpa doing? Everything okay? And she's like, yeah, he's fine. And she even let me talk to him. And I was like, how you feeling? And he's like, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. You know, grandma's taking care of me. And I was like, okay. And, like, for that whole month, I was, like checking in and, like, keeping an eye on my grandpa because, like, I got so freaked. You know, I didn't understand what it meant because I was like, well, what happened? You know, because, I mean, obviously it wasn't him because he was alive. So I don't know if it was like a spirit guide thing or somebody trying to tell me something, because then my grandfather had his heart attack and his life was seriously in danger. Like, he's lucky he's alive. Because it was pretty serious heart attack. Well, heart attacks are serious, but yeah. So I don't know, something was, like, preparing me. I feel like something wanted me to, like, be ready, like, hey, something's gonna happen to your grandpa, you know. And then I guess a few days before it actually happened, my mom was talking to my stepdad, and she had told him, you know, I feel like something's gonna happen to one of my parents. And then a couple days later, so it was like we were getting warnings. We were getting these vibes, you know, that, hey, something's gonna happen to grandpa. So like I said, I don't know if that was like a spirit in here or if it was a spirit guides, like, you know, our angels talking to us. I don't know what it was. It's very rare when I can't figure it out, you know, like certain experiences like that. It's really weird, you know, because normally I'm like, oh, it was a ghost or whatever, because my mom has had a ghost tell her stuff before too in the house. Like a couple years ago, a ghost had woke my mom up and pointed at my sister's room. Well, my mom didn't know what she was pointing at first, but later on she realized it was pointing at my sister's room, and then my sister started going through some stuff, some negative life experiences, you know, so that was an actual spirit, like, trying to tell my mom, hey, like, your daughter's about to go through stuff, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know what happened with my grandpa. I don't know if it was a spirit here or if it was our spirit guides, our angels. Well, then, you know, shortly after grandpa's heart attack, I keep seeing like a silhouette of a man right in the corner of my eye. It's very weird. Because normally, like, I get a vibe when something's happening, you know, like when a ghost is present or like something's about to happen, you can feel like an atmosphere change. Or at least I can. But like one day I was about to hop onto the treadmill. I was actually talking to Jay. And, you know, the treadmill's like way over back in the other room, in the living room. And then right here is the doorway to the kitchen. Well, you see that door back there? If you're standing right in the living room, you can literally see right through and into the kitchen. Well, I was hopping on the treadmill and I like happened to like look over, and in this doorway I saw the man standing there, like a silhouette, but I could kind of see him, and it just startled me because it just they were there and I didn't get a vibe or anything, and then boom, they were gone. And normally it's like a full silhouette, but I actually could like kind of see some detail, like, but it startled me. And that only happened like twice. Like another time I was in the kitchen and I saw him in this doorway, and it's always like right in the corner of my eye. And so like when I look directly at him, he's gone. And it was very weird. Nodding the whole time even though no one can see it. Me though. But no, so like it's just very odd because normally, like I said, I get like a vibe or something or a feeling, you know, but nothing, and the guy just appears and it scares me. And like I said, it only happened twice, but it started after Grandpa passed away. Or Grandpa passed away. No, he had a heart attack. He didn't pass away. It was scary though. It felt like he was going to. It really did. It seriously, like, it scared the heck out of us. And then like it was really bad. I had a really, really bad reaction because I've kind of talked about this, but I have PTSD and like it was a whole thing. But basically, you know, Grandpa having a heart attack like triggered a PTSD reaction. And I think that's a big part of why something was warning me about it, because I think something knew that I was going to have a bad reaction. But yeah, no, it really did feel like he was going to be gone, but thankfully he's okay and he's healing up. But yeah, so after he had his heart attack, I just like randomly seen this man, and I only seen it twice. And my mom said that she had also seen, like, she thought she kept seeing something in the corner of her eye. And also, I don't know if it has something to do with Grandpa or if it had something to do with us redoing the kitchen, because that seemed to be the area where I was seeing the man and my mom was seeing stuff too in the kitchen. So like, I don't know if we woke something up or if it has something to do with Grandpa. I don't know. And like I said, I only saw it like twice. I'm trying to think when I last saw it. It's been a couple weeks now since I've last seen the silhouette dude. I feel like I'm saying a lot, and I don't know why. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something else that happened. I could swear there's something else that happened, but it was probably just little stuff, you know, again, like hearing people walking and stuff. But the other thing that just recently happened, which is the last video I posted like 5 days ago or something like that, Jersey, our dog, was barking at something that I couldn't see. And it startled me because usually I get a vibe or some sort of feeling, like you can feel the change in the air, but I felt nothing. And my sister was sitting on the couch that's right here in the fireplace room, and I was sitting in the living room, and Jersey was sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden she ran up and she was just like rah, 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 barking at this one corner. And if you watch the video, you'll see what corner I'm talking about. Like, she was just sitting there barking, 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 barking. And I inspected it. Before I started recording, I was like looking, I was inspecting it. I was like, what is she barking at? I was like expecting to see a bat or something, you know? Like, I'm like, okay, she's going at something. I can't see it. I'm like looking in the crack of the door, like trying to see what she sees. And she's like looking up at the ceiling, like in the corner, you know, like. But it started with this one pillar that she just kept looking up and down at. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, Jersey, I can't see what you see. I said that in the video too. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't see what you're seeing. And I uploaded that video immediately. But I was using my phone and I didn't have enough storage, so I didn't get the rest of what happened. I really wish I would have, because, you know, she kept barking and my sister left. I don't know if it's because it was freaking her out, but my sister left, and all of a sudden, Jersey starts barking and goes running at the couch, jumps on the couch, and is barking at something behind the couch. And there's nothing there, and she's like looking up at the ceiling again. So she's like rah, 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 barking at it, and then she starts walking around the house looking up, barking at something. Like she was literally chasing something through the house, and then she went back to that same like area and started barking crazily at this one area. And I'm just sitting there. I was like, okay, this isn't weird. This isn't weird or anything. Like, because weirdly it freaks me out more because I couldn't feel nothing. You know? It weirdly would have freaked me out less if I had gotten a vibe and then she started barking. I don't know why. That's just how I am. I don't like not knowing when something's present. So maybe that's what it is. Somebody said that makes me while I was praying. Oh, well, that's like a good, that's a good experience. That's a good thing. I've had so many experiences. Like, it's crazy the amount of experiences I've had in the past. Like I said, things have settled down a lot now, but stuff still happens. And then the other thing that's been happening hasn't been in this house, so I didn't know if I was going to include it in this update, but you know what? I'm going to, because I did put it on Snapchat. So if you guys, follow my other social media or anything, you guys know about what's been happening at work. Because if you guys know, I started working in the mall like a month and a half ago. And I close most nights. Well, and I also work alone most of the time. One day, in the corner of the store, I thought I heard a kid. I've learned to tell the difference of when it's like an older person or if it's a younger person, like looking through stuff. You can just kind of tell the height, right? Well, I thought I heard a kid looking through stuff, and it startled me because I was like, oh, there's someone in the store, because nobody was in the store anymore. Well, I look over and I'm trying to see where this kid's at. I'm just like, where are they at? And I couldn't see them, so I assumed they were short, standing behind the towers. And I heard rustling around. I'm just like, what the heck? Where are they? And when I looked over, it stopped, right? So then I walk over and there's nobody there. I'm just like, okay, that was weird. And I go and I do whatever the heck I was doing, and a little while later, I hear it again. And I'm like, what the heck? And I go and look, and there's nobody there. And so this keeps happening, where I'll hear it, and I'm so used to hearing customers, I don't realize it until I look over and there's nobody there. And it's not like a kid's just fast enough to go out. I would see them because it's in the back corner of the store. There's a ways for them to go to get out of the store. So this keeps happening. And so I started asking my coworkers, I'm like, is there anything weird ever happened to you guys or whatever? And it seems like it's only me that it's happening to. Well, then there's this bag that keeps falling off the shelf. It wasn't falling before. It was fine before, as far as I know. I don't know if it falls for anybody else. But it's in that area of the back corner. And there was a customer, this older woman was standing in that corner, and the bag fell, and she turned around and she looked at the bag, and she looked at me, and she saw me looking at the bag, and she goes, you saw that, right? And I was like, yeah, because I actually looked over and saw the bag fall. And, the lady wasn't standing by it. It's not like people are walking by it and it's falling. The first time it fell, it was completely on its... Hey, I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming. I didn't mean for her to leave, but okay. Sorry, that was my sister. Well, because the first time I saw it happen, I was by myself. Then this next time, there was this older woman, and she saw it. She's like, you saw it? I was like, yeah. Trying to ignore it. And she's just like, I would too. And I ended up telling her, about the stuff I hear. And she's like, oh, really? Like she was interested in it. And I was just like, yeah, it's so weird. And so I go fix the bag. And again, it happened yesterday or the other day. And that time I put it on Snapchat. I said this bag fell again. Because I put it on Snapchat I keep hearing a kid or something. And it's it's weird for me because, like, personally, I don't believe in little kid spirits, like, because for me, I feel like maybe it's just because of my experiences and because pretty much anybody who's told me their experience with little kid ghosts, it's always negative. Um, I always feel like when spirits are showing themselves as kids, it's like trying to trick you and like trying to like gain your trust because like, oh, it's a little kid, I want to trust a little kid. That's always how I felt. Obviously, I could be wrong. It's just because this is like my experiences, and everyone that I know has had pretty negative experiences with little kid ghosts, and like, I don't know, that's just how I feel. So it feels weird for me because, I'm like hearing, because to me it sounds like a kid. So it's very weird for me because I always take little kid ghosts as something negative. So I'm like, I don't know if it's something from the house following me to work or if maybe it's a residual thing, because like Claire's is a little girl store. So it probably, if it's a ghost, it's probably a little girl ghost. That would be like their dream place, because I know spirits like to go where they have good memories and stuff. So like, maybe it is a little kid ghost and they're just like chilling in Claire's, like, I don't know, because like I said, I'm conflicted about it because of my personal beliefs, and like I said, I could be wrong. Like maybe there are little kids ghosts, because I know there's plenty of people who do believe in like little kid ghosts or whatever. It's just, I'm very cautious when it comes to encountering young spirits. And I think that was the only other thing that's been happening to me. Besides like feelings and stuff. Like I think spirit wise, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's my like empath stuff happening. Like I'll be talking about somebody and then they make contact with me. It's very weird. Like that's been what's happening to me lately. Trying to think. What else? I should have wrote it all down. I don't know why I didn't. No, I think that's all the like spiritual stuff or spirit stuff that's happening. So now it's the Q&A part. So if anybody has like ghostly questions, like about ghosts in general, about my ghost, about my experiences, whatever, or you want to share an experience, go ahead. Now would be the time to do that. Hi all, hi stud puppy. I keep looking at the background waiting for something to move or shadow. Of course Jersey would do that right when I was trying to read that. That's funny though. Oh, something that used to happen all the time, like around the corner like that, usually when I'm sitting in the living room, this would happen, but I used to see like someone peek their head right around the corner. And like right there is where the stairs are at. Yeah, that's something that used to happen all the time, is where somebody would peek their head around the corner. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys saw that. I don't know if you guys can hear Topaz upstairs going crazy. I would have her sitting with me, but then this video would turn into my dog trying to kill my bird. I have strange stuff happen to me all the time, yeah. I do too. Usually my strange things involve people. I have ever since I was about 5. Yeah, apparently I've been doing stuff since I was very young. Like, there's stuff now, because I didn't know I was an empath until a couple years ago. But there was some stuff my family used to tell me that I would do when I was younger that now I realize is an empath thing, not me talking to spirits thing. Or at least I think so. Any ghostly questions? Sorry, there's a delay, so I feel like there's a lot of me just kind of like waiting for comments. God, it's still wet. Where did D go? Did he leave? I don't think he said anything in a while. Does the circle of salt work, or is it just a myth? Salt circles and like putting salt in doorways, yeah, that stuff works. A lot of things are taken from like truth, but yeah, so what I had to do for cleansing was we had opened up all the windows, and then I'd go around with sage, and you know, we do our cleansing, a little ritual, whatever, and you're supposed to open the windows because the sage makes the spirits leave, so they have to have a place to go. So we open up the windows and they go out the windows or the doors or whatever. And then when you're done, you close everything and you put lines of salt on the windows and doorways, so that way they can't like immediately come back in or whatever. So that's what I did for cleansing in the past, to make the salt lines. And I know some people will like do a circle of salt around their house and stuff. I've never done that, but because I feel like it's a little easier just to put lines in the windows and doorways. Ah, cool. Yep. What? Excuse me. Jeez, excuse me. I don't know why I'm getting so burpy all of a sudden. Ooh, did I ever tell you guys about... Well, I'm sure I did when it happened, but this was like a while ago. Like, it's either happened 2016 or 2017. Probably the beginning of 2017, maybe. This really weird experience I had when I went to the store where I get my oils and my sage and stuff, because we wanted to do a cleansing. And like, this is when I was living with my ex and we were in the apartment. Well, I really wanted to get rid of this thing because I was pretty sure it was the thing that followed me from here. And like there's multiple spirits here, but there's one particular negative entity that seems to really like me. And it's like kind of attach itself to me. So I felt like that's what followed me over to the apartment. And so I had been looking up what was the best like sage and what was the best way. And I was told white sage is the best for clearing negative energy and negative entities. So I was like, all right, I'll get some white sage. So when I went to the store and I was with my ex, I was asking a lady, I'm like, do you have white sage? Because they had all these other kinds of sages, but I needed white sage. And I don't remember the lady, before she could answer me, there was another customer. This lady, I remember what she looks like too. She had like this blonde hair, she was a little bit older, maybe like in her 30s, possibly 40s, but I'd say 30s. But this lady, like, she had been kind of looking at me since I had entered the store, but I just kind of ignored it or whatever, you know, because blue hair, it's kind of, people stare at blue hair. So I didn't think much of her until I asked about the white sage. This lady interrupts the lady who was working, and she just starts giving me like 1,000 questions, because she's like, why do you specifically want white sage? Like, and I just kind of looked at her, and I was just, before I could answer, she's like asking more questions, right? And I'm like, well, I was told it's really good for cleansing, and like, I was really awkwardly like, what the heck? And like, this is such a long time ago. I'm sure I'm forgetting some details, but like, I just remember her just like, all these questions, and like, started to get in my face about this white sage. And so like, you know, she's like getting closer in my face, and I'm like kind of like backing up a little bit, because I'm just like, you need to get out of my face. Like she seriously was getting like, and she like had this hostile vibe to her, like this energy she was giving out was just like angry, even though she wasn't like being angry. The vibe she was giving was really angry, and I'm just sitting there like, you need to back up before I punch you, like, because I don't like people up in my bubble like that. But like, yeah, this lady just giving me all these questions about sage, and she's like, well, why are you doing that? Why do you need sage? Why blah, blah, blah? And I'm just like, because I was told it's the best for cleansing. She's like, well, why is that? And I'm like, well, I'm not entirely sure. I was just recommended to me, you know, because I'm gonna cleanse my apartment. Like, you know, this lady was just asking all these questions and just being so rude and in my face. And I was getting irritated because, like I said, I have bad reactions to people getting in my face like that. Like, my reaction is to get you off me or knock you out. Like, and I was irritated with my ex because, you know, he's standing right behind me, and I'm like, why are you not like getting this lady to go away from me? Because he knew how I was, you know, like he should have put himself in between. Hi, Shay. So he should have put himself between me and her, because he knew what was going to happen if she kept getting in my face. And it was just a really weird experience. And after, you know, she left, I don't even remember like how she left. I don't even remember how she stopped talking, like, because it's such a long time ago. I'm sure I probably talked about it on here. If I can find it, if I did talk about it, I'll look and see if I can find it or not, because I probably said it when it was fresh. But yeah, that was so weird. But after we left, I remember talking to my ex, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, it was so weird and really awkward. And like the sales lady was just kind of standing there like looking at this chick like, what the hell is your problem, woman? Like, it was so weird. But we were talking about it, and, you know, he was just like, I don't know. That was just like really weird. And so like we came up with a couple theories that maybe she was like really religious or something, and like trying to see if we were like into like the craft or something, you know what I mean? Because like, you know, it's typically a thing for people who are into like the cult or the craft or whatever to do staging, and you know what I mean? Like, it was just a really weird experience. I'm like, I don't know what this lady's problem with. Blech. I don't know what this lady's problem was, but like, she almost got knocked out. I've heard white is the best color associated with purity and cleansing. Yeah, that's probably it, exactly. And like when I do my cleansings, I wear black because black is the color of protection. But yeah, so I don't know. This lady though, like, I will never forget that woman. Like, that was the weirdest experience. Like, as always happens to me, weird stuff like that happens to me. But yeah, me and my ex came up with this theory, or at least I kind of came up with it, that she was like a witch hunter or something. Like, and she was trying to find out why we wanted the sage. Because I mean, like, there's other reasons people have sage, but the main one is to cleanse, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, so just like, it was a really, really weird experience. Yep. Yeah, that's usually what I do, like, when I would do spells or prayers or whatever, I would light a black candle and a white candle. And when I did my, cleansings and stuff, I would light a black and white candle. Sex on first date, generally, what do you think? This isn't that kind of Q&A. We're talking about, like, paranormal, ghostly stuff, questions. Sex if they're a woman, no, if they're a man. I mean, if people want to have sex on their first date, that's fine. I don't really... I personally don't. But I'm just the type of person that likes to get to know people more, so... But yeah, no, this is more of a Q&A about, like, ghostly stuff, so... Oh no, I answered it. That's okay, Rush, that's fine. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that lady, I'll never forget that lady. So every time I go to that store, I'm like, I like look around and I'm just like, that lady, you're back here again. I've never seen her since, but like, she better not ever do that again because I'm alone most of the time now. So like, if I hadn't been alone, I think I might have lost it and probably like went off on her. Cause like, I don't understand why people like get so aggressive and like get in people's bubbles. Like, you don't do that. If you have questions, ask questions, but like, she was so aggressive and like getting in my space. Like, you don't do that. Don't get in people's space. Like, a lot of people don't like that, you know? Like, how would you guys have reacted to that? Like, if you were in my shoes, how would you have felt? Like, how would you have reacted, like, to this woman, like, getting in your face? Like... I wish I could remember it better. Recently my memory's gotten way worse. I think it has a lot to do with my PTSD flaring up a lot lately. Because I notice when I have anxiety and when I'm having triggers and stuff, my memory gets worse. So I've noticed that, like, I'll be trying to remember stuff and I'm like, wow, like, it's all getting fuzzy. Do you believe that ghosts exist? Yeah. You missed the whole first part of this. Because I was talking about my house being haunted and stuff, so... If you guys want to share your experiences, you can. I'll read them aloud. But yeah, if you have questions and stuff. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming because I see I've been on here for 48 minutes. I might make it a full hour. So I might just stay to the hour mark. I don't know. I haven't decided. Because I might be going on a date today. So I should probably get ready for that. Say my memory works when it wants to. Yeah, I know, like, because usually, like, when events, like, stuff happens to me, I can remember it in, like, great detail. It's very weird. Like, there's certain things that will, like, really stick in my memory and certain things that just will not stay in my memory. But stuff like that, usually I can remember in great detail, but, like, because my memory's been all, like, lately, I'm like, oh, man. And there's bunnies outside, and they're playing. Oh, my God, they're so cute. Oh, I love bunnies. Oh, I love nature. I think they not exist. That is a mind condition. Oh, God, okay. That's your opinion, that's fine. Bunnies are my friends. I know bunnies. Oh, I love nature. I do. And like there used to be this, well, there's still this area. It's really close to my house, but it's like a nature trail and stuff. And like I used to go out there all the time and I'd meditate and I like love it out there. But I haven't been going there because one, Wintertime, it's just too hard to be out there. And two, like, I don't know, things have just been hectic, so I haven't been going out there or anything. And, like, um, so I haven't been going out there much. And, like, see, I would go out there more in the summertime, but I hate summertime. My favorite time of the year is fall. I love fall. It's perfect. Like, it's like crisp. And like that was the time frame that I really like to go out to the nature trail, and I'd go out there and meditate and stuff. Like, if I could live somewhere where the weather was always fall, I'd be totally happy with that. But I love winter, so only problem with winter is you can't go outside. At least not for too long. Who you can call when the ghosts knock on your door? All the little birdies and bunnies around tonight. There we go. Watch too many movies. You're one of those people. That's fine. That's what you want to believe. That's fine. Most people, when they believe stuff like that, though, they've never had an experience. Because I've had friends who were like, you know, they're skeptical and stuff, and they want to believe. Like, I even had this conversation with a friend before where he was like, you know, I was talking to him about my experiences, and he goes so badly that he wants to believe in it, but he's never had an experience, and he's the type of person that he has to experience something in order to believe in it. And I'm like, well, that's understandable. I get it, you know. And some people just won't have experiences just because they're too closed off. Like, if you're not open to it. Oh, the little squirrels are playing too. All the animals are playing outside today. Oh. ADD. But no, yeah, if you're closed off to it, you're never going to. So even though he wanted to have an experience, he was just too closed off. Like, I think some people just can't, you know, open up their third eye. Like, whereas me and my family pretty much were born with it open, so. Because I've been having experiences since ever. Evil Dead is awesome, don't at me. You know what, that's so funny, because, like, Evil Dead is one of, like, the only horror movies that, like, I hate. Like, because it actually freaked me out for some reason. Because normally, like, I love horror movies and stuff, but normally, like, yeah, I'll get startled during the movie. That's the point, you know, jump scares, whatever. But after a scary movie's over, normally it doesn't affect me at all, whatsoever. I can, like, go to sleep or whatever and be fine. But, that movie, I don't know what it was about that movie, but me and my friends went and saw it, and we were all freaked out, like. So I'm like, I don't like that movie. Something about it freaked me out. What about Black Magic? What about it? You need to be a little bit more specific. I mean, I don't dabble in it, that's what you mean. That's stuff that you just stay away from. Because, like, magic in general, like witchcraft or whatever, that's a practice. That's not, like, it's not good or bad. It depends on the person's intention who's practicing. I mean, I know that there's, like, dark methods and stuff, but that type of stuff, like blood magic, I don't mess with that stuff. There you are, Dee. I've been wondering where the hell you went. Nature is so active outside today. It looks windy. I kind of want to go outside. Like, seriously, like, there's rabbits and bunnies, and, like, rabbits and bunnies. That's the same thing, cat. Good job. I meant squirrels and bunnies and birds are just, like, all out today. Like, usually I only see one or the other, but they're all out and they're all, like, playing and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I want to go outside. I want to play with a bunny. Bunnies. Fun fact, I used to have bunnies. Found out that they weren't both boys. One was a girl. So we had to get rid of our bunnies before they had babies. So that kind of sucked, but... This thing might be messing up though, because earlier I noticed like a bunch of comments came up at once, so I don't know if it's just not showing your guys' comments right away, and it'll all show a bunch in here in a second, but yeah, so I'm just gonna take a sip of my water here. Can y'all hear Topaz upstairs? She's really loud today, I don't know why. Is this awkward to just see me just kind of like waiting for more comments? I have a feeling it's just not showing the comments for some reason. So I'm really sorry if y'all are talking to me and I can't see the comments, so... Harmina. I'm assuming that's towards the person in chat. So, any questions or continuings of conversations or anything? Because I think I'm going to end up going and wrapping this up here real soon. I mean, I could stay longer, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, probably should wrap this up. So I don't want my live streams to be too long, because then people don't watch, and I feel like there was a lot of, like, pauses. I might edit this and take all the pauses out. I don't know. I'm sorry, by the way, for my uploading being so bad lately. It's just I've been so busy. Like, I am spreading myself too thin with all the stuff I'm doing, and that's why I've been slacking on my YouTube channel. So I'm sorry. This is probably the most I've ever slacked on my channel since I started it. And I feel really bad. Mukbang. If I did do a mukbang, I would stop this and start a new stream. So it'd be like separate. Because I'm trying, because I do this thing with live streams a lot where like I bounce subjects. So I'm like, okay, I have a theme, stick to it. Like, you know what I mean? But I would totally stop this and start a mukbang. I just don't have no food. I guess I could order some food. There's only like 2 places to order from. I would love to do another Chinese food mukbang. It's been forever since I've done one of those. But my diet doesn't really allow a lot of the stuff I like to eat. I mean, there's some Chinese food I can eat on the diet, but the stuff I want to eat. If only my brother hadn't went to work, because then I would have just ordered some and picked it up and did a mukbang. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done a mukbang. It's so funny that you mentioned that, because like I've been wanting to do one. I just don't know what to eat. You know? Just does an Herbert's mukbang. That'd be fun. Do you have any like questions for me, Dee, or paranormal comments you want to add, or whatever? Like I said, I'm trying to stick to the theme, because otherwise I bounce around a lot. Bouncing, bouncing, I'm about to drop a couple thousand. Go me. Alright, I'm supposed to go on a date today, maybe. So, I might not be able to do a mukbang today. Could probably do it tomorrow. Fuck yeah, honey walnut shrimp and general diesel chicken. Yeah. An idea. I'll make a mukbang. That's funny. Except I hate McDonald's, so that ain't never gonna happen. McDonald's is poison. Granted, most anything is poison nowadays, but still. I don't know, McDonald's always made me sick. Or, well, no, I shouldn't say always. It didn't when I was younger, but now I cannot eat it. I can eat their chicken nuggets, which is funny because apparently that's like the worst thing there. But for some reason, those are the only things I can eat. You know, my one sister, she's like obsessed with McDonald's. She's so tiny. I don't understand how she hasn't gained a bunch of weight from eating there. Yeah, I used to be friends. Well, I shouldn't say used to be. I just don't really talk to them anymore. But I used to talk with a green witch. And I think it's one of the things she told me to do. I don't have any amethyst. I've been meaning to get some because it's good for many things. But I do have my clear quartz, and it has like the 7 chakra crystals on it. I think it's the only one I have. I had a big round quartz, but I don't know what happened to it. I love McDonald's. Good for you. McDonald's is nasty, but good for you. Hi, Hi, Haley. What's up, Haley? Got any paranormal questions or comments to add? Because I'm thinking about ending the stream and starting a new stream, doing something different, talking about something different. I don't know how much battery I have left on my phone. I should probably check that. But it sounds like people want me to do a mukbang. I just don't know what kind of mukbang I'm gonna do. Probably shouldn't do that. You guys can see the craziness that's happening to my tongue. I don't even want to talk about that. It's kind of embarrassing. Jay! Hi, Jay! Y'all kind of came at the end of this. But that's okay. I'm thinking about starting up another live stream. Well, actually, I should probably message my date first to see if we're actually going on a date today or not. You look so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jay. Oh, you're so sweet. By the way, Dee, did you, like, kick that person or did they leave on their own? I know, sorry, but it's okay. Like I said, I might do another live stream right after this. But probably, like, do a mukbang or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Like, it's not for sure. Because I'm supposed to be going on a date at some point today. But I don't know what time. I forgot to ask them last night, so I would probably have to talk to them, see what's going down, and then go from there. Because, I mean, I could always do a mukbang tomorrow. Sorry, hon. It's okay. It's okay, you guys. It's totally fine. That's just how it goes sometimes. That's why I gotta have the notifications on. I'm kidding. Y'all probably just, wait, what happened? Just some comments that we've been getting. But it's okay. D takes care of it. D to the rescue. Because I can't do anything. That's why I'm glad I have so many mods. Because, like, I pretty much made all my friends mods. Because, like, with this app, I can't do nothing. So, like, if someone decides to troll, they troll. Like, pretty much the only way I can stop it is if I end the stream. Why are you sorry, Russia? Shaylee? Hello? That was weird. I wonder if you guys heard that. I'm not sure what I heard, it just sounded like... I don't even know what I thought I heard, but I heard something. I have the notifications on Rainbow because I'm I'm a loyal wolf. Thank you. I did too, but Mom had me clean the house. I know, I was just kidding. I just assumed you guys were busy. Like, it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I was clicking my feet and there was noise in the street. Notifications around, just live stuff. It's okay, guys. I was totally kidding. But that's funny. I've had that happen before where, like, Like I'll be watching a live stream and like something will happen and it seems like the person reacted to what I did. It's so funny when that happens. But no, I don't even know what I heard. I heard like a thump or something and like it sounded like it came from the living room. We're just kind of like, Shay, are you down here? Because I don't remember if she actually walked out and left when she went through the first time or if she just went upstairs. But gosh, you're so beautiful. Like, yes. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. The person who asked me out, we were like sitting there, like we had lunch together, and because that's when she asked me out. But it was just so funny because she started flirting with me and called me a 10 or whatever, and I'm just like, is not used to being hit on. Love you too. I love you more, you little biscuit. I forgot there was a mirror right there. I was just kind of like, because I was like, what's so shiny back there? The mirror. Sabanya. Well, I think if we're going to change subjects, I should probably end this stream and start up a new one. Will y'all join me if I start up a new stream? I'm not a biscuit. It's the cocoa. No, shush. The unicorns love you, Rainbow. Starfish really loves you. I hope y'all know what that's a reference from. Starfish loves you. Starfish really loves you. Yes, you're a little biscuit. You're a little cute little biscuit. Or yes to you guys will join me if I switch the stream over. Like I said, I just don't want it to be super long, you know. And I'm trying to keep myself focused and stay on subject when I do stuff. Charlie the Unicorn! Yes! I used to obsessively watch those. Apparently they still... Was that even English? I don't think it was. I used to obsessively watch those, and apparently they still are going. Like, they're making more episodes. I haven't seen any of them, but... Popular. Put a banana in your ear. My dog is snoring. I was like, what the hell is that noise? It's my dog. I've never heard her snore. Or, no, I have heard her snore. Just been a long time. I just think it's my dog. I'm pretty sure it's my dog snoring. Wait, wasn't she just barking? Did she really fall asleep that fast? I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. What, they're making more? Apparently they've made more. I don't know if that's true. Someone told me that. I just never thought to look it up to see if they actually did make more. But yeah, I used to obsessively watch those. Same thing with llamas with hats. Carl, that kills people. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Kill me. Okay. Yo, the banana. The banana king. Yo, the banana king, Charlie. Dogs are strange animals. I know, I'm like, I could have sworn, wasn't she just barking and now she's asleep? What the fuck? But no, okay, so we're going to wrap this up. Is there any more ghostly paranormal questions or comments you want to add? Because then that's how I'm going to end it and wrap it up. And I'm going to try and start. I'm going to start another stream here. So. Oh, see my. I don't have dimples, but I have this like single chin dimple right here. It's just like the weirdest thing. Like, go away. Have a unicorn then. And then. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna start another stream, but I just want to know if there's any more paranormal, ghostly things you guys want to add. Yes? No? Maybe sure? Anything else to add? Is there just a really long delay or no? Yes? No? I feel like the last 20 minutes have been kind of like all over the place here. I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream. Okay, that's fine. You know what? We'll just end it. And I'll see you guys in a second when I hop over to the next stream. Okay. Bye. Bye, rainbows. Starfish really loves you.